Hello, my beautiful mystic hearts, and welcome to today's love reading. Okay, so I was getting the feeling, really quite an excited feeling as I was sitting down to do this message this morning. So I think that either something's just come across your table or you're anticipating that something is about to. So there is a message coming. So we'll see what comes through in the cards. But I feel like today's reading is going to be a little bit interesting, to be honest, but I'm feeling quite excited about everything. So, which is normally I get like a bit of a heavy feeling sometimes, an anxious feeling, but like I said, I'm actually getting quite an excited feeling. So let's see what comes through. All right, so I'm going to do an energy check of yourself, and then we will get into the tarot as well. I feel it's probably what we need to do, and then I will then get into the energy of the person on your mind as well. And just I'm just the phoenix on the bottom here. So you could be going through a really transformative phase at the moment. I don't normally look at the bottom of the deck before I even start shuffling, but I was told just to then. And just seeing here, so new phase, rekindle, renew. So like I said, I'm getting this exciting feeling, like you can feel something's coming across your table. So let's get into it. All right, as you can probably hear, I'm not sure if that just came through on the microphone just then, but you can hear the local birds that live around my house, very close to my window just here. So it's also a big white bird, if that means anything at all. Big white cockatoo, actually. All right, so we've already got some cards coming out here. I'm just going to actually split the deck just to get your overall energy as well, just to get your energy into these cards. All right, so this is your overall ruling energy at the moment. So I've just split it straight onto Cupid's arrow and then heart with the key. So we've got have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitational, meeting, hesitation. So like I said, I was picking up there's something you might have just come across your table for the right collective. So either that or you'll have some serious intuition that something is coming, which means that I think that this person on your mind has potentially just reached out to you, or they've just come across and they've liked something on your stories. Why did I just hear that you just bumped into them, or you've seen them at a family function? I just heard that quite randomly, that you just bumped into them. So, which is why I think we've now got this Cupid's arrow coming through. So, surprise, invitation, or meeting. Yes, I've just seen that. So, surprise, invitation, or meeting. So, I think whatever's happened, it's happened quite shockingly, but in the best possible way. And then we've got heart with the key. So welcoming, love, meeting the one, opening your heart, getting together. So this person is the person who obviously still holds a key to your heart. There's a lot of love here still for this person. And I think that this is, I'm getting the feeling this is the person that you do consider to be your divine counterpart or your twin flame. We will get into it a little bit further. But like I said, I'm still on the fence as to whether actually something's come through to you, or like I said, you just got this real intuition, like something's just popped up around you. So let's keep going. All right, I just want a couple more here. That was also a girl with the snake that just wanted to pop up there. So be interesting to see what else comes out. I just want a couple more for your top row, just to see what's around you at the moment. And obviously as well, just to confirm that this is actually your collective. All right, so we'll just get a few more here. And just one more, please. All right, and so I think that we have really, I think we've just confirmed, right? So we've got lightning, so sudden change, shocking news, surprise, upheaval. I think that something has just come through. I think that you have either, like I said, I just get this feeling like you've bumped into this person or you saw this person out somewhere. I just heard wedding as well. Maybe you saw this person at a wedding. as well. But I just, yeah, and it happened very, very suddenly. Either that, or you know that you're going to be at the same place at the same time. It's a bit of an odd feeling I'm getting, but either that or you're anticipating, like you know that this person is going to be around, or they have potentially just come through and they might have actually just sent you a message as well. Actually come through, like sent you a DM or something and said, you know, how are you? Like it's been a while, like let's actually connect. But whatever it is really come out of the blue. And you are shocked, but I'm feeling like in the best possible way. All right, so we have got Chaser here, Sword and the Rose. All right, I think this actually came out like this, right? So we had Mirror, Chaser sorted with the Rose, and then we've got Stabbed in the Back. All right, I feel like this actually needs to be here. So that makes a bit more sense now. So we've got, so Lightning, so we've covered that one. So Mirror, so I think that you, for a long time, we're actually mirroring each other in separation. So I feel that you guys have been in separation for quite a while. But you have been mirroring each other. So you've got this real sense that whatever you've been going through, this person has also been going through at the same time. Whether you've heard that through family, friends, or there'll be a reason why I'm taking this. It's like I said, it's quite an unusual deviation I'm taking. But I just feel that you've got knowledge that this person has also been struggling, just as you have. And if you can hear those birds, they're actually fighting out there at the moment, I think. So I hope that's not too loud. Like I said, I think that you've actually got knowledge that you guys are mirroring each other, that you have been going through the similar sort of struggles. I just heard that you've got knowledge of this. Like I said, something's popped up, something's come across your table. But also too is that there has been quite some time in separation between the two of you, and whatever happened with this person, they really highlighted to you your shadow ultimately, right? That you needed to heal out. I'm just hearing that there has been a lot of time that you've spent healing, actually dealing with your shadow, dealing with those areas in your life which do need change and uplift. And that's why we've got this chaser energy here, right? Because I think that for a long time you were actually in chaser energy, and that real fear of abandonment, that real codependency. I also just heard too that you're a bit of a lone wolf. I don't know why that has just come to my mind, but I'm just hearing that you were a bit of a lone wolf, and that when romantic relationships came into your life, then you then became quite codependent on them. Is what I just heard, which I know is pretty random, but for the right collective, that's actually going to make sense. And so for a long time with this person, you really were in this chaser energy. And this is what was mirrored back to you, right? Is all of these abandonment issues that you had that you really needed to address. And it's not just with yourself, it's not just with this person, but it's also with yourself, the way that you speak with yourself. I just heard that. And then also then how that's reflected into the others around you, like with family, with friends. You've been doing a lot of work in the background to really heal this out. So yes, you have been in separation. Yes, this person did mirror back to you all of the trauma that you needed to heal out, but you have really been using like introspection, right? Really going inwards and really reflecting on the wounds that you need to be healing out. You did feel very stabbed in the back by this person though. So I think that when you guys went into separation, I'll get another card to confirm this, but I think that when you went into separation, this was a shock to you. I don't think that you were expecting it, and it then pushed you into this chaser energy, the masculine. So if it's the chaser, then it will be the feminine that I'm speaking with here, or whoever in the connection identifies with the feminine or the divine feminine counterpart if you're on that particular journey. So if you do have issues around a fear of abandonment, codependency, that you do have that real anxiety when you get into relationships, then that's the feminine that you're identifying with. It is just the nature of these connections. So And there will be, in these types of connections, there will always be a feminine and a masculine. I do say in all my readings, though, it doesn't matter which meat vessel you're in, like what vessel you're actually walking through this world in, doesn't matter. You could identify either with the masculine or the feminine. It just depends on what type of trauma you're carrying, really, and what needs to be healed out. But for this collective, it's the feminine. So you are identifying with the chaser, that chaser energy. But like I said, you've been really taking this time of separation to heal out from your avoidant. All right, really healing those issues that the masculine has highlighted. Of course, the masculine will be wearing the avoidant veil. They will have been running from you for, I feel like, quite a while. But we've then got this sword with the rose. So this is truth, clarity, revelation. So we've got the lightning strike and also sword with the rose. So I definitely think that something has come through to this right collective. Something's actually come through to your table. Yes. So also roses. Roses will also might be very relevant to this connection. Red. I just saw red roses and pink roses straight away, but just roses in general. He could have also just given you a bunch of roses. Maybe a bunch of roses just showed up at your door. I just heard that as well. Also, I will be, like I said, just to repeat myself, I will be saying him, her, he, she. Like I said, it's not gendered. It's just whoever is identifying with the masculine or the feminine. But this is always my Ace of Swords card. This sword and rose. So I've that's how I see it, which is very much a truth. It's a revelation. I think whatever has come through with you has really just left you very shocked, like I said, but in the best possible way. I don't get this anxious feeling with this collective, with whatever's come through. All right, so we've got lightning. What's this lightning about, Spirit? What is this about? Just to confirm. Oh, that's interesting. So endings bring new beginnings. So whatever has come through to your table, so this is the death card. It's like the death and rebirth. So whatever has come through, whatever this revelation is allowing you, or you're considering to actually start a new beginning with this person. That this is allowing you to close out a cycle with this person, is what I heard. So because you've got a new beginning coming. I'm interested to know if that's actually a new beginning with this person. Whatever has come across to you has given you a lot of clarity around where you stand with this situation. I would be very interested to get tarot for you to really break this down. I wonder if you've bumped into this person and you've just gone, actually, I'm now, there's just a lot of clarity that's come through, or there's a message or something's come through. It's just providing you a lot of clarity here. And there is a new beginning on its way. Like I said, I'm not sure if we'll really break this down, but I'm not sure if that's with this person or if that's just you. Just finally being able to move on to a new cycle within your own life. Mirror. Can I get another mirror? Another card for the mirror, please. So attraction, flirting, dating, hookup. Well, that's a very interesting card, third-party separation. So I think that the third-party separation is what led you to ultimately go into separation. I definitely think that. And that this is what then mirrored back to you, that wounding that you ultimately needed to heal out. Is that so? Part of the avoidant part of his MO when he met you was to really make you feel like a third party. I'm just hearing this, like that you weren't a priority, like you were an option. But that was also how he was operating at that point through his wounded masculine. But I think here as well that you're also mirroring back to each other the attraction, flirting, dating. So I was here saying coffin. I wasn't sure if that was you moving into a new cycle or in your life, or maybe it's like with this actual person, like actually closing it out potentially with this person and moving into something new. But if you've got seduction here, if we've still got attraction, flirting, dating, and you guys are mirroring this back to each other, oh gosh, that's very interesting. If you guys are actually now in contact, very interesting. Let's keep going. So stabbed in the back. So this obviously this connection left you very heartbroken. It happened very suddenly. Oh, there we go. So heartbroken. So just confirming that. So, and I think for both of you, right, because you're both mirroring each other. So you both felt very heartbroken and deeply hurt by the separation of this. So just confirming that you guys have been in separation for a while, all right? Because we've got the separation, breakup, lost feeling, grieving, mourning. I think that this has been going on for some time. I don't think that this is something where you guys have been in separation, say, for 3 weeks. Like, I think that this has been a really long time coming here. I think that you've been waiting for whatever this revelation is, whatever this truth, this message, this interaction with this person. You have been waiting for this for a long time. All right, Chaser. So this is your shadow that you're healing out. So Chaser energy. Oh, that card almost wanted to come out. One more for Chaser, please. All right. Karmic relationship. So fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, letting go. This is your shadow you're healing out. So I think that just in general, and I think this is for the both of you, but in general, you've been really focusing on really healing the karmic energy that's around you. I also heard addiction. So when we're talking about karmic energy, this could be a lot of different things. This is obviously shadow work, closing out your karmic cycles. This is also things around the way that you interact with your family, your friends. This is toxic relationships in those, understanding how that works, understanding what your triggers are, closing those out. I just heard that you don't take any stuff from anybody now, if you know what I'm trying to say without getting in trouble. Is that you know how to set some really clear boundaries now. You've been working on this codependency, these karmic cycles in your life for quite some time. There's been some real lessons learnt here. And real self-love, that really is just jumping out to me. That real self-love is what you're stepping into. And then so we've got Sword and Rose. Oh, okay. Right. All right, I'm going to take this because that clearly wants to be there. So we've got this truth revelation, but then we've got healing heart. So maybe that's actually what this confessional, that what this revelation has been, is that this masculine has also been really healing his own heart. The masculine's been really healing out their heart, also closing out karmic cycles. Also, I just saw that addiction word there as well. So I think I brought up addictions before. I feel that addictions actually played a key role here in the separation of the two of you. I feel addictions might have been actually on both sides here. But this is what you're both trying to do, right? So we've got karmic relationship, healing heart. This might have actually been specifically what this revelation is about, is the fact that you were right, that there were addictions here. And addictions could be a lot of different things. Of course, substances that came to my mind straight away, but it also could be alcohol, could also be food. I just heard that. Addictions to food, addictions to gambling as well. I just heard gambling. But it could be a lot of things. But yes, but I think you're both, you are mirroring here. You really are closing out karmic cycles and working on your shadow. But I think that for both of you, there's been a lot of heartbreak here. Interesting. Okay, that's very, very interesting. All right, I want to get the tarot here because I want to see what. Then I want to get into the masculine, but let's get the tarot first. I want to see what your team wants you to know about this connection. Be interested to see if any of the the Ace of Swords comes out again. That'll be interesting. Okay, let's see. That was the Sun card, which just started to come out, which is the Yes card. But we'll keep going. What does your team want you to know about this connection? What's going on? All right, I'm just going to split the deck here and just see what comes up. So we've got, straight away, we've got the Hanged Man in reverse, and then we've got the World card. So that's very interesting. So we've got, so the Hanged Man in reverse. Actually, no, that's not the World card. That's actually the Destiny card. That is, so basically what this is saying here is that you're coming out of the, I'm getting a lot of messages coming through here. So you're coming out of Hanged Man. You both know exactly what you want out of this connection, right, is what I'm hearing. And you're both stepping into destiny, into what your destiny is what I just heard. So that's very interesting. And I'm just hearing that this is also with, not just with each other, but also in your spiritual work as well. I've both heard that you're both very, very spiritual, and that you're both stepping into your mission work is what I just heard. So, which is really, really interesting. And then we've got birds here as well. And this is a white bird. So I just saw white birds. I think white birds are definitely very relevant for this connection. So ultimately, you guys have both been in Hanged Man. You've both been in reflection, both trying to understand what the next steps are. But now you both know, which is really beautiful energy. Which means I'm smelling reunion here. It'd be beautiful if I was doing a reunion reading here. Let's keep going. There's the Death card again. So the Death and Rebirth. So that's the overall ruling energy. This is what your team wants you to know. Is that we've got a Death and Rebirth here. How many cards is that? Yep, okay. So this is really beautiful energy. So we've got Death and Rebirth. Brand new cycles are starting here, is what we've got. We've also got the Oracle. So the Death and Rebirth is this one, right? This is actually what came out as your Death and Rebirth. This one is Hierophant. Sorry, I'm getting all tongue-tied and I'm getting a lot of different messages that are coming through. This is the Hierophant card. This means it's marriage. If this is actually your collective, I'm a little bit gobsmacked, to be honest, and I'm so happy for you because this is the marriage card. This is also the oracle card, and the destiny card came back up here again as well. So I think that you both see each other as each other's destiny. I don't think that that is ever left. I think that you're also both stepping into your oracle, right? So this is also the oracle card. So it's not only a marriage card, because it's all about institutions, the Hierophant. So it's all about institutions, about tradition. It's a very traditional card, which is why we've got, which is it makes sense that it's come up with you guys, right? Because I think this is what you both want. But it's also the teacher. It's the oracle. It's the very high, or it's a very revered card, right? Which means I think that you're both stepping into your mission work very much. And then we've got the death and rebirth card. It has come up in the reverse though, in the blocker. So I think for a long time we're just confirming that this has been some time coming, that this death and rebirth of a cycle with you guys has been a while, and it has been some time. This is why this is this blocker. There has been some time coming through to you, which means that you guys have been separation, working on each other's shadow separately for quite some time. Because like I said, we've then got the Seven of Cups, right? We've got the Seven of Cups, but in the reverse. So Seven of Cups is all about having to make choices, right? And not really knowing which way to go. You've got your head in the clouds, right? But you guys are coming out of that now. And I think too, for the feminines that are listening, I think that for a long time you did feel like you were an option to this person. And like I said, I think this very much is what led to you guys ultimately separating, is because there were just so many different priorities and options ahead of you. Not just romantically, but I'm hearing like with family and friends, and just there were just so many things that were ahead of you, so many other decisions to be made. But now we're coming out of that. Right, Pisces might also be really relevant here as well, because we've got the two fish, so the two Pisces. So you could be a water sign. The masculine could also be a water sign as well. Why did I just hear potentially you're a water pairing? I just heard that a bit randomly. But yeah, I mean Cancer. I just heard Cancer as well. So Cancer, Pisces. Scorpio, maybe a Scorpio, but I was hearing Cancer and Pisces straight away. But you're no longer having to make other choices. I'm just hearing the choices made. And then then we've got the Destiny card, which we've covered. And then we've got this beautiful card here. So we've got which is the Empress. Beautiful Empress card. And once again, we've got roses. So I think that roses have definitely been very important here. Like I said, I feel like a bunch of roses is just showing up at someone's house. But then we've got the number 3. You could also be seeing a lot of 3s as well. 333. It's also the divine protection number as well. So I think you're currently being very divinely protected. But also that this masculine, sees you as the divine empress. But also too, it's once again that Empress card is also around, it's really an abundant energy. It's very feminine. It's also the card of pregnancy, I will be honest. So I don't know if that's resonating with anyone at all. Maybe that was the shocking news that came through. I don't know, but but it's also the card of pregnancy, but it's very much about compassion, about grounding. I mean, it is the Earth's queen, the Empress card. So you could be an earth sign as well. I heard Virgo straight away, but you could be an earth sign. This masculine could be an earth sign. So Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. But yeah, beautiful energy. Let's keep going. So we've got the Hierophant, and then we've got the Ace of Cups. or it's Ace of Cups, which is love. It's a love offer. So this is your current energy, which is why I think that something has just come across your table. I think that there's just a lot of clarity. I'm just hearing that whatever has come through is just giving you a lot of clarity over this. It's a very loved filled message, whatever's just come through. All right, so death and rebirth. All right, and then we've got the Five of Wands, but in the reverse, right? So Five of Wands is all around conflict, which is, I think, you guys had a lot of conflict when you guys were together. But it's now coming out of that. You're coming out of, out of this cycle. So the fact that that's come up right under the death card means that you guys really are stepping into a new cycle. You're putting down the wands, right? You're putting down the conflict. You've both learnt better ways of communication, of dealing with each other. Okay, all right. And then we've got the Fool, but in the reverse. So interesting that would come up then under the Seven of Cups, because I think for a long time you both lacked the confidence to come towards each other. The fact that that's in the reverse, but this is old energy now. This is old energy. Like the fact that we couldn't, that you both, I'm hearing both of you couldn't make choices. Definitely for the masculine though, but the fact that the choice couldn't have been made in the past really led to this inconfidence to step forward, to come forward. But I don't think that that's here anymore. Okay, so then we've got that Destiny card. Then we've got the Justice card. So for a long time, I think that you felt that there wasn't any justice here. But now you're stepping into a really abundant period in this connection. That there's finally justice, that those scales have finally balanced. And I just heard it have finally balanced in your favor, is what I heard. Like I said, I think for a long time you felt that this person always has been your destiny, right? That you guys would always ultimately be together. But I just don't think, I think that due to the time that this has taken, that you've always felt that there was injustice here, but finally you're getting justice. All right, and then we've got that beautiful Empress card. And then we've got the Temperance card. So I'm getting a couple of things for this. I think that you're stepping into a relationship finally where there is balance, where there's equal give and take. We've also got both the cards here, which are really ruled by archangels. So we've got Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Michael as well. So I think that you're very close to your angels. Also, that the angels are very much, or have been very much, protecting this connection. That everything has been happening under divine timing as well. It's very, very protected, which means this is a beautiful divine counterpart connection that you guys have got. Really amazing. I'm surprised the Lovers card didn't come out here, to be honest, but we'll keep going. But yeah, we've got this Temperance card here, which is all the balance. So I'm also hearing the internal balance as well. So this is just not balance within this relationship, but just balance with everything that's around you at the moment. That you are the Empress now. You are stepping into that divine Empress glow, and you finally have temperance now. So that balance, that yin and yang balance, the balance between your masculine and your feminine, which means that you've been on this journey for quite some time. Okay, beautiful. Okay, that's actually surprised me, those cards. So I want to tap into the masculine now. I want to see what's going on with him. All right, which cards are we going to get first? I'm going to get the picture cards to start with, actually, and then we will get into, I just want to reach out. Then we'll get into the tarot. This might be actually quite a quick reading, I'll be honest. if it comes out as positive as what your decks were, like I said, I'm smelling union between the two of you. So all right, I've already got cards popping out, right? But I just want to get the masculine. So how is this masculine? What's happening here with this masculine? What's happened? I'm not going to take those. All right. So what have we got here? So this is your masculine's overall energy. So what's happening? So there has been no contact for quite some time. Yes, we do know that. So we've got blocked, silent treatment, cut off all communication. And then we've got Jesus, a fed up, cutting ties, walking away. So I think that this masculine to that first deck that we got when it comes to karmic relationships, what I was picking up on is I think that yes, he's definitely closing out karmic situations in his life. So he's really like he's walking away. So that means that there's a lot of healing that's been done on his journey as well. But yeah, so he's really closing out karmic cycles here. And then we've got, so no contact, block, silent treatment, cut off. I think this was you guys for a long time. I think this has been really playing on this masculine's mind a lot. And I think that you've actually had him blocked or he had you blocked. I just felt that. Or I just heard as well that maybe you're the one that originally ghosted him. I just heard that. But this has been really playing on this masculine's mind. So interesting. He's been really, really thinking about it a lot. It's been really affecting him, no contact between the two of you. All right, so what's going on? All right, so pictures, reminiscing. And one more, please, just for the top row. All right, so what have we got here? Wow, so we've got unfinished business, so proposal, forgiveness, reconciliation. We've got hiding their true feelings. Interesting. Childish and hurting. So crying, depressed. So I have a feeling that something has come across your table, but I don't think you've responded yet. I don't think you've responded. I think that you're just taking your time, which is a good thing. So what I was just seeing with those cards there with marriage, and I mean, that's clearly what's happening here with marriage and all of that. But I think this masculine is, I have a feeling he's reached out to you, but you are still keeping him in the dark a little bit because he's still reminiscing, looking at photos. He's still missing you. He still absolutely has unfinished business. But he's after this, right? Reconciliation. He's really wanting your forgiveness, whatever it is, which means that I think that there has been a revelation here, right? That would make sense, right? That he wants forgiveness from you. I think that you have found something out. He really does want forgiveness. He's also been looking at your photos, of course, but looking at your photos, real Six of Cups energy here as well. But for a long time, this masculine really was hiding their true feelings for a long time with you. But then secretly underneath, there just all of this emotion going on for you underneath, I heard. But just for so long, look, they've been really immature, right? They've been that wounded masculine energy, right? Just really have been not coming forward, really wearing their mask with you, is what I heard. Really not showing their true feelings. But underneath all of it, though, here they are. They're hurting, crying, depressed, pain, sorrow, deep emotion for you, right? But definitely unfinished business here. Which is why, oh, and then look, we've got spiritual attack on the bottom. I think that but divine intervention, we've got that again, facing demons. Whatever's happened here with this masculine is he's really hurting at the moment. Like I said, I think that you, despite what came through in your cards and how positive and beautiful your cards are, I don't know if your masculine is aware of that yet. That was the Juices card, just came out again. But pictures, right? So reminiscing, thinking of you. That's the card that wants to come. No, that's the card that wants to come out. Oh, the X. So we've got unfaithful, love triangle, X in question. So I think that this is what your masculine has been thinking about. This is what ultimately led to your separation, is this third party, this love triangle that you were made to feel like you were in. Whether that's the case or not, I'm not sure, but that's definitely, like I said, that was his MO when you first met, is that he really likes to keep his relationships at a distance, at an arm's length. I also think that when this masculine met you, you shocked him, really, really shocked him with how quickly he actually fell for you. I just heard that, but I do think that he made you feel like you were in a love triangle. And this is what he's reminiscing about. This is what he's thinking. All right, so what, and this is probably what he's wanting, is the forgiveness about, right? Which quite possibly is what this revelation has been about. So unfinished business. Yeah, there we go. So Netflix and chill. So that's how he made you guys feel. That's how, just confirming. So this was whatever's with the two of you. You had a very short-lived romance, and it really was like a friends with benefits. I don't mean to be hurtful, but it was like a friends with benefits scenario, real situationship scenario, which means that this was very short-lived, which is very typical of divine counterparts of twin flame connections. They typically are, because they're so igniting, they're so triggering, that you normally are only in each other's lives when you first meet for a very short amount of time. But this is unfinished business with you. So you guys did leave it here. So sneaking around, spending time with someone else. But this is what he's wanting your forgiveness for. So hiding his true feelings, but he's planning. I think he's done more than planning. I think he's actually reached out. But look, text, phone call, meeting up. I think he has reached out to you. Like I said, though, I just get this real distinct feeling that you've left him hanging here. But this text, phone call, meeting up, right? Like, this is him in those deep emotions, trying to actually set something up with you. All right. So childish. Oh, I'm just going to take this one here. If I can get it. Without messing everything up. Oh, but sick and tired cycles. Yeah, so he's sick of his own behavior. I just heard that. So these cycles over it. I'm always drawn to this little dog whenever this comes up as well. So bulldogs might be really relevant to you, but also just dogs in general. Maybe you guys shared a dog together. But the decision's been made, right? He's sick of playing the victim, right? He's sick of his immature behavior. He's coming forward. Like I said, he has already come forward. If you're watching this and he hasn't yet come forward, but we had all of those cards as such, those positive cards, then I think that your intuition must be really, really switched on at the moment. Like you can really feel this coming. But the decision has been made here. All right, so hurting, crying, pain, sorrow. Yeah, I bet he is. That's actually too many, but we've got cold shoulder, secretive. Just take one more, please. Oh, it's causing an inferno within him. So everything crumbling. I just feel like that he's hurting at the moment, that that there's chaos. I don't necessarily know if there's job loss, but I think that this is like this internal hurricane in him at the moment. Like I said, I think that he has reached out to you, right? He has sent a text, a phone call, but I think you are keeping him waiting at the moment. I don't know if you've actually reciprocated this at the moment, but whatever's come through here, he really feels just a really terrible, like really, really terrible about the situation between the two of you and what's gone on and how much damage he's caused between the two of you. He's really, really reflecting on how much damage has been done. And look, I was actually just told to look at the bottom of the deck. And then we've got passion coming into union, chemistry missing you, intimacy. So this is what this masculine wants, is he wants a union with you. I think you want union as well, but I'm just not sure if, like I said, if you've actually reciprocated this yet. I'm not sure if that amazing set of cards that came through, if he's aware of this. Given this, okay. All right, so I want to get the tarot. I want to get the angel deck. Angel deck for your masculine today. So let's get the tarot here. And what does your angel team want you to know? So what's happening in this masculine's life? What's going on with this connection? All right. I will take that. That's the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. All right, that's too many. But what I want to do is I want to just split this deck and just get the overall. Well, that's very interesting. So we've got Four of Wands, but in the reverse, and then we've got the Moon, but also in the reverse. So the Four of Wands in the upright is it's the twin flame card, right? So he absolutely sees you as his divine counterpart. It's also a marriage card as well. So it's all about celebration, about coming into union, right? It's union with your twin flame is the Four of Wands card. Given that is in the reverse though, then I think that we're talking about union again. So I think this is what this masculine wants with you, but there's a blockage here. And I think I have a funny feeling that blockage is actually you. And then we've got the Moon, but in reverse. So the Moon is all around things that have been kept hidden in the dark. It's also in the upright. It's also around intuition. So it's all around trusting your intuition to actually be able to guide you through whatever is hidden in the dark from you, right? Actually, so through those really tough times, actually having your intuition to guide you through. But that's in the reverse here. So I think that whatever has been hidden from you, this now is going to come to light, is what I heard, which is around, like I said, I just have this feeling that something has come through to you, that this revelation has come through, that whatever was once hidden is now going to come to light and make just a lot more sense. There's a lot of clarity coming through. And then we've got the Four of Wands. Like I said, that is actually the twin flame card. But it's just a little bit of a blockage here at the moment. All right, so we've got Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, that Moon. So the Moon's come out in reverse again. That really wanted to be out. And then one more, please. We've got Strength, but in the reverse. Okay, so very interesting cards. Just being told to look at the bottom. Oh, King of Wands. You could be dealing with a fire sign as well, but the King of Wands is just very much around action. He knows exactly what he wants. He's also a very charming king as well, I have to say. But he really wants to come towards you, or he has come towards you. So I'm thinking a real chariot energy, really like coming through you. But he's also a king, which is what you want. You don't really want a knight coming through to you. You really do want a king. So if he hasn't come through to you yet, like you can literally smell it, like it's come. But like I said, I think something's come through to you. You've bumped into him, or something's happened. Something's happened here. But he wants to come through for sure. Well, he sees himself as the King of Wands. All right, so Eight of Pentacles, but in the reverse, right? So I think this is how this masculine is still seeing this connection, is that the Eight of Pentacles is all around becoming a master, right? So you've gone through Seven of Pentacles. You've sown your seed. And you're waiting for those manifestations to come in. And then the Eight of Pentacles is those manifestations have come in, and now you're actually becoming a master at your craft, really, or a master in this relationship. So that's in the upright. In the reverse, though, also a side note, you could also be seeing a lot of 888. I just heard that, so that's new beginnings, new cycles, 888. Sorry to come completely sidetracked, but you guys, that's exactly how we see at the moment, right? Is that there has been a real lack of movement here in this connection, but he understands that. He knows why, right? And it's because of the Five of Swords. There's been a lot of conflict between the two of you. This has been the blocker for a long time. I think that the masculine looks back at the conflict that was between the two of you, the damage that was caused here between the two of you. And that's really what he has, we know what stopped him from coming forward. But then we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So this is also him, right? So the Knight of Pentacles is, when I say that you don't want a knight, typically you don't really want a Knight of Wands, and you don't really want a Knight of Swords. Knight of Cups, not really, but Knight of Pentacles, yes. Knight of Pentacles is a really grounded energy. Unlike the other knights, the Knight of Pentacles really puts in concerted effort, really understands what he wants, really understands how to step into abundance. And it's a very solid, stable offer, right? So this is what he wants to offer you, but it also takes a long time. So the fact that the Knight of Pentacles has come through means that it's a very slow moving energy. Yes, this knight, this masculine, has been very slow moving, but this offer that's going to come through is very, very stable. There's a lot of inner work that this masculine has been doing. I've also heard as well that this masculine is also not only stepping into his personal growth abundance, but also financial abundance as well. I just heard that. So then we've got the Moon in reverse. Yes, so these are these truths that have either been revealed or that they're coming through to you, which is then providing you the clarity that you need. So we understand that card. And then we've got Strength, right? I'm surprised that Strength is in reverse, but there has been a lack of strength here, right, in this connection, I think, between the two of you, which I think that if you still haven't gotten back to your masculine, if you're still keeping your masculine hanging for a little bit, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, I'm just saying it is what it is, he might be lacking a little bit of strength here. All right, but let's get 8 of Pentacles. In the reverse, 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. So 3 of Swords, well, that's the heartbreak card. So I think that there has been a lot of heartbreak, which is now confirming that other deck that we had, right? Is that there's still a lot of heartbreak. This masculine is going through a lot of heartbreak, I think, and he's really, really reflecting on it. And then we had the 7 of Wands under the 5 of Swords. So the 7 of Wands is a real action card. It's also around setting boundaries. I'll get my words out in a second. It's also around setting boundaries. The 7 of Wands. So I think that what's happened is as a result of all of the conflict that was going on with you two, you've both learned how to set healthy boundaries. Both of you. With the 7 of Wands there. Also, I've just heard that the masculine understands that you had to set boundaries with him. I just heard that. And that these boundaries that you had to set with him until he healed are also a blocker. And these boundaries were caused by all of that conflict. Temperance card. So that's come up again. Oh, but we've got Knight of Pentacles with the Temperance. So he's coming through as a Knight of Pentacles with the Temperance card, right? So we've got, so that's all equal give and take, balance. You both understand how to use your, your yin and your yang. You've actually got the balance between the two, between the masculine and the feminine. Archangel Michael has come up again. So like I said, I think that you can really feel your angels around you at the moment. So can your masculine. I think that you're both very close to your angels in your angel team. Okay. So the moon in reverse. Then we've got the 9 of Cups, but we've got the 9 of Cups in reverse, right? So the 9 of Cups is all around wish fulfillment, right? That's all around, that's just before you get to your 10 of Cups, just before you get your complete emotional fulfillment, right? And so this is a wish fulfillment. In the reverse, so that it means that there's been a block here. So these untruths which are about to come to light are what has caused this blocker between the two of you. It also is around emotional immaturity as well, right? The 9 of Cups in reverse. There's a lot of emotional blocked energy here. And I feel that this is what these untruths which are coming to light or have come to light are about. It's about this masculine. Really, it's about his emotional immaturity and situations that he got himself into as a result of that emotional immaturity is what I just heard. All right, so strength in reverse. So we've got the 4 of Swords, all right, which is all around, it's actually quite a blocked energy, I'll be honest. But we've got this in the reverse, which is really good. But the 4 of Swords in the upright is really around being so overwhelmed that you need to take time out, that you're actually not really sure which way to go, that you don't know which decision to make, that you're really just so overwhelmed by the situation that you just have to really kind of isolate, go into almost as like a dormancy, really, is the 4 of Swords. But they're coming out of that, right? So we're coming out of that dormancy in this relationship is what I've just heard, right? That there has been a lack of strength here, which led to this dormancy, but we're coming out of this now. I just said, the death card came up a couple of times now. I think you guys are moving into a brand new phase. Okay, what I want to get is I want to see what this masculine has been healing out. I'm just really interested to get, I think I want to get a couple of animal cards. I want to see how this masculine is seeing this connection. I think that's what I want to get. Just bear with me here while I get this deck. Should probably put you on pause here, but anyway, we'll go with it. Just going to get the Beast of Albion here. All right. So these are the cards. So we'll work with the book. Just put this over to the side here. And I'll get these cards. How is this masculine seeing this connection? Okay, I want to get two more. All right. So what do we got? So we got the spider, the cockerel, or the rooster, and the wren. Interesting. All right, let's do a quick little read of these. So the numbers here, so 15, 12, and 9, they could all mean something to you. The 15th of the 12th, 12th of the 15th, 12th of the 15th, 12th of the 9th, 9th of the 12th. These could be birthdays, license plate numbers, I just heard. So the cockerel, so this is your masculine's energy at the moment. So this represents the confidence to turn your back on old fears and start a new way of life. Well, there you go. But beware of overconfidence. It can also represent an awakening to a new realization, an authentic embrace of change, which may lead to a new direction or vocation. So interesting that would come up. I think that this is, once again, we're just confirming you guys are stepping into a new cycle with each other. This masculine is walking away from a lot of karmic relationships in his life, and it is really leading him through to a new direction with you. So the light heralded by the cockerel banishes doubt and uncertainty, which then makes sense as to why the 7 of Cups in reverse came out. I think the decision's been made here. I don't think that there's any doubt with this masculine anymore. All right, so we've got the spider, number 12. All right, so the spider represents creativity at all levels, the creation of arts and craft, of new paths and patterns in life. Right, that's probably the most relevant to this. Although he could be an arty person, he could have just rediscovered his craft. It's the discovery of new paths and patterns in life, or also new life through children. So interesting that I would be picking up on children. We've actually had 2 cards of children here. So we had the Empress card, which is also the card of pregnancy, but then this also signifies children. So it may represent the ability to know the best time to start, maintain, or end particular parts of your life, or may signify a feeling for purpose of destiny. So you both got that destiny card. That destiny card came out that I kept speaking to. So I think that you've both also really found your mission work. I think you're both on your mission work here, which means that you're both healers of some kind, both spiritual. I heard that you've just both found your spiritual abundance, whatever that means. That'll resonate with someone. So the spider is in charge of its own life, creating its own patterns and paths. So you're both stepping into divine masculine, divine feminine, which is beautiful. But that's how this masculine is seeing this connection. You're in harmony with each other. Also, too, for some reason, I'm just seeing these jewels here. So crystals, I actually see these as crystals. So crystals might be very important to you. Just seeing ruby and amethyst as well. So they could be really important crystals or stones to you. And then lastly, then we've got the Wren, so the number 9. So the Wren represents the end of one cycle and the beginning of a new one. So all 3 cards here are all essentially confirming the Death card. So the beginning of a new cycle, or the death of old ideas and values, and the intellectual stimulation of new challenges. It also means the ambition to help others, but with an inbuilt need for recognition and status. The Wren has the ability to release the past, leaving itself untethered to take on the new cycle in life. So really, once again, we're just confirming this is all 3 cards here are all about death and rebirth and new cycles with each other. Which is why I think this is what I feel like this is a reunion reading. I just feel like, I mean, these cards are just so positive. It's all around reunion. All right, which means I don't think I need to get next steps for the masculine. I think I need to get next steps for you. I think you need to understand what the next steps are. Because I think the ball is, I just heard the ball's in your court at the moment. So I think you need to just get some guidance as to what, I mean, you know where the masculine is, right? He's healing, he's closing out karmic cycles, he's stepping into divine masculine energy. He's very upset about the way things finish with you guys. So I think we just need to get some guiding messages for you. So I'd like to get, once again, sorry to do this, but I need to get the Lover's Oracle here. Because I've already got some falling on the floor. That one was actually fell on the floor. It's all about power. That's actually the first one to come up. So it says, you instinctively know what is right for you and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. Very, very interesting that this would come through. Like I said, I think something has come through from this masculine, and you are the one that is currently in the power at the moment. That's what I was just picking up. I think that you are waiting to see what your next step should be. But the Spirit's saying you instinctively know what's right for you. Right? You already know, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing the Spirit say you already know what you need to do. All right. Just going to get a couple more here for you. And I feel like I need to have one more, please. One more. Right, okay, one more. That's way too many. Just one more, please. There we go. All right, so let's see. So power, so you already know what's going on. All right, so we've got the past is behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now in front of you. Follow it with faith. So I think this is just very much around you trusting in your intuition. You know what you need to do in this situation. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. And I think that you need to have the confidence. I'm just hearing you need to have the confidence to step forward into this new cycle. That's what I'm hearing. So follow with faith. This new path is available to you. I'm almost hearing that it's like it's safe to love. I don't know if that means anything to anyone. I just heard that. Um, but follow with faith. You know what to do here. And then we've got, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So I'm just, yeah, so just hearing from spirit. So there's no right or wrong here necessarily. You need to do, you know what the, like, you know what the decision is here, right? Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Right? I'm just getting this, I'm just hearing you just need to take the step, be the fool, take the step. And then reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. What's on the back here too? I'm just seeing butterflies. So butterflies are a real transformative animal as well. So all about growth, new beginnings. I just straight away as well just saw this little sort of like what are those there that some women have there? I think that's like one of the religions, right? Like maybe like Hindu. Maybe that means something to you as well. I'm not sure. I've never seen that before, or I have, but I've never noticed it. So maybe I think they're normally red. I think that might actually mean something to you. I'm also being told to look over these as well. So we've got the Lovers. And then we've got the angels as well. So I always see angels when I look at this card. So like I said, angels keep coming through. So you're very, very protected under divine timing at the moment. Also rainbows, right? Rainbows might also mean something to you as well. All right. I'm being told that's actually the end of the message. I think it's pretty clear what's happened. I think that something has come across your table. I think that the masculine is in knots at the moment over it. I think the ball, as I said, I think the ball's very much in your court at the moment, but you are being told to have faith and to step forward and trust. Is what I'm hearing. So look, if this reading resonates, I'm a little bit surprised by this reading, but if it does resonate with you, I would love to hear from you, truly. If you are stepping into reunion, that just makes my heart absolutely sing. So if this is you, it would be lovely to hear from you. Beautiful, right? So I'm going to leave it there. If you have made it all the way through to the end of this reading, then I would ask that you like and subscribe to this channel. Of course, it helps me, but more importantly, it actually helps these messages get out to those that need to hear them, given that I'm such a brand new channel here on YouTube. So the more help, the better, just to get these messages out. So be very much appreciated if you could support in that way. And then really that's it. So I'll see you in the next reading.